Okay. In the previous class, we have proved RHS equal to L. So we are in the theorem dimension of a quotient space. Dimension of a quotient space. So RHS is proved to be L. If LHS is also L, then theorem will be proved. Understand? So what is on RHS? Dimension of V minus dimension of W. This is proved to be L. What is on left side? Dimension of V by W. If it is also L, then both are equal. Then both are equal. So we shall prove dimension of V by W equal to L. That is our claim here. So one part is completed. We are in part 2. We shall prove that dimension of V by W equal to L. So in order to prove dimension of V by W equal to L, V by W must have a basis. V by W ku basis undali, in which there shall be how many elements? L elements anamata. V by W ku basis unde, aa basis lo n elements unte, appudu dimension of V by W will be L anamata. Okay na? So let us consider a set. We have already used SP. Now let us use Q. Let Q equal to, Q is a set consisting of cosets, not vectors, because the elements of Q are the elements of V by W. We are going to say Q is a basis of V by W. Understand? V by W ki basis అని చెప్పుకోవాలి. దానికోసం Qలో V by W లో ఎలిమెంట్స్ తీసుకోవాలి. V by W is a coset, quotient set. It consists of cosets. Okay. So let us take L cosets. Let them be beta W plus beta 1, W plus beta 2, and so on, W plus beta L. It is a set consisting of L elements anamata. If Q is a basis of V by W, then dimension of V by W will be L anamata. So first, in order to prove Q is a basis, it must be a linearly independent set. First one is Q is linearly independent. Linearly independent. So this is first must say. Let us say that Q is linearly independent. So in order to say Q is linearly independent, we write a linear combination. There are L vectors. So we take L scalars which are used already. How many? Which scalars are used earlier? S are used? S, B's. Okay. Let us take L scalars and write the linear combination. Let B1, B2 and so on, BL be any L scalars such that B1 into W plus beta 1 plus B2 W plus beta 2 plus and so on plus BL W plus beta L equal to 0 bar. Actually 0 bar is a 0 vector, but what is the 0 vector in V by W? W plus 0 bar. So we write W plus 0 bar. That is the 0 vector in right side. On right side we write 0 vector. By scalar multiplication you can write this W plus B1 into beta 1 plus W plus B2 into beta 2 plus and so on plus W plus BL into beta L is equal to W plus 0 bar. Cosets addition. Now use cosets addition. By cosets addition, W plus B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus and so on plus BL beta L is equal to W plus 0 bar. Okay. Now we have a result. If two right cosets are equal, W plus alpha, W plus beta. If these two are equal, you can write alpha minus beta belongs to W. This is very important, right? Result. When two right quotients are equal, then we can write alpha minus beta in W element. So W plus, it is a vector, bracket is a vector. W plus alpha equal to W plus beta. So two right quotients are equal here. So then we can write by result B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus and so on plus BL beta L belongs to minus 0 and you get 0. W. What is W? W is a subspace. It has a basis. W has a basis. What is the basis of W? Yes, sir. So W is a subspace. It has a basis S. What are the vectors in S? Alphas. How many alphas are there? M alphas are there. Okay. So S is a basis of W. That means L of S equal to W. You can write L of S equal to W. This means what? Every element of W can be expressed as linear combination of elements of S. But this is a vector in W. That means this vector can be expressed as elements of S. Okay? Next, write down. Therefore, since S is a basis of W, this vector can be expressed as elements of S. B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus and so on plus BL beta L is equal to, what are the elements of S? Alphas. How many alphas are there? How many? M alphas are there. So you take M scalars. Let them be A1, A2, AL. A1 alpha 1 plus A2 alpha 2 plus and so on plus AM alpha M. This vector is expressed as linear combination of elements of S. You move this vector to left side. Move all to left side. B1 beta 1 plus B2 beta 2 plus and so on plus BL beta L minus A1 alpha 1 minus A2 alpha 2 minus and so on minus AM alpha M is equal to 0. It is a linear combination again. In this linear combination, there are alphas and betas. Alphas and betas are elements of which set? P. Which set? Tell me. P. P is a basis of V. P in the part 1, you have been told P is a basis of V. P is a basis of V. It is a linear combination of elements of P. That implies linear combination of elements of P. P is a basis. Basis means it is linearly independent. P is equal to 0 bar. Linear combination of elements of P equal to 0 bar. P is a basis. Basis means linearly independent set. That means P is linearly independent. So since P is linearly independent, all scalars in this linear combinations are zeros. Understand? Therefore, B1, B2 and so on, BL, A1, A2 and so on, AM equal to 0. Linearly independence means all scalars are 0. Linearly dependent means not all scalars are 0. At least there exists at least one scalar which is non-zero. Okay, na? So first we have started with this one. We have started with this linear combination. In the end, we have shown all scalars involved in this linear combinations are 0. Okay, na? All B's are 0 and cheppam kada. All B's are 0. That means the set formed by these quotients is what? Linearly independent. Therefore, Q equal to W plus beta 1, W plus beta 2 and so on, W plus beta L is linearly independent. Q is linearly independent. So the next condition to be shown is L of Q equal to, in the definition of basis there are two conditions. First one is linearly independent. Second one is L of S equal to V. L of S equal to V అయితే S becomes a basis of V. But we are going to say Q is a basis of V by W. Then what we have to show? L of Q equal to V by W. Understand? Okay. Second condition. Let us prove second condition. Second one is L of Q equal to V by W. So, in order to prove L of Q equal to V by W, we take an element in V by W. You take an element in V by W. V by W is a quotient set. It consists of cosets. Understand? Cosets. You take a coset in V by W. Let W plus alpha belongs to V by W. By the definition of quotient set, W plus alpha belongs to V by W, where alpha belongs to V. Alpha is taken from V anamata. Alpha is taken from V. Okay na? V by W ni V by W equal to W plus alpha such that alpha belongs to V. This is the definition of quotient set. Okay, I have already given. So alpha belongs to V. Alpha belongs to V. V is a basis of which set? V has a basis. What is the basis of V? P. Okay na? V ki P basis anamata. P has elements alphas and betas. That means L plus M elements are there. Okay? P is a basis of V means L of P equal to V. Okay? P is a basis of V. L of P equal to V. This means what? Every element of V can be expressed as linear combination of elements of S. P. So alpha belongs to V. Then alpha can be expressed as linear combination of elements of P. Understand? You take this one. You take this. Alpha belongs to V implies alpha equal to linear combination of elements of P. Why? L of P equal to V. Since L of P equal to V. This equal to P has alphas and betas. Already A's, B's are used. Okay na? Scalars A and B are used. You can take CD. Let us take C's and D's. You take C1 alpha 1 plus C2 alpha 2 plus and so on plus C M alpha M plus D1 beta 1 plus D2 beta 2 plus and so on plus DL beta L is equal to alpha equal to that. This is okay. Okay, you write until this step. So alpha equal to, this is the linear combination. Let us, for convenience, let us take it as gamma. Gamma ga తీసుకోండి. This equal to gamma plus D1 beta 1 plus D2 beta 2 plus and so on plus DL beta L. Alpha equal to, what is gamma here? Where gamma equal to C1 alpha 1 plus C2 alpha 2 plus and so on plus Cm alpha m. Gamma. Alphas are elements of which set? Yes, sir. So this is a linear combination of elements of yes, sir. Gamma is expressed as a linear combination of elements of S. S అనేది basis of W. S is a basis of W. So a vector is expressed as elements of linear combination of elements of S means this vector belongs to W. Gamma belongs to W. This can be written as gamma minus 0 bar belongs to W. If alpha minus beta belongs to W, you can write W plus alpha equal to W plus, it is if and only if type, necessary and sufficient type anamata. If this is true, you can write this one anamata. If these two are equal, two cosets are equal, you can write alpha minus beta belongs, necessary and sufficient type. Understand? Okay, so you can write W plus gamma equal to W minus 0 bar. W minus 0 bar is W. So this is very important. W plus gamma equal to W. Okay. Now let us take W plus alpha. W plus alpha this one. You know alpha equal to gamma plus this one. Consider W plus alpha, that equal to W plus, what is alpha? Gamma plus D1 beta 1 plus D2 beta 2 plus 1 plus DL beta L. That equal to W plus gamma equal to W plus D1 beta 1 plus D2 beta 2 plus and so on plus DL beta L. This equal to W plus, this can be written as this can be written as W plus D1 beta 1, it is a coset, right, coset, plus W plus D2 beta 2 plus and so on plus W plus DL beta L. These two are same. Cosets addition. By cosets addition you will get this one. Okay. This can be written as, this is written as D1 into W plus beta 1 plus cosets scalar multiplication D2 W plus beta 2 plus and so on plus DL W plus beta L. Okay. This equal to, it is a linear combination. What is this? Linear combination of cosets. Cosets are taken where? In which set? W plus beta 1, W plus beta 2, W plus beta L are the elements of which set? Are the elements taken in which set? Q. Q is a set consisting of cosets. We have taken L cosets in Q anamata. Okay na? So an element W plus alpha is written as linear combination of elements of Q. Okay? Q lo ఉన్న elements యొక్క linear combination గా రాసాం అన్నమాట. Then what can you say? If in order to prove L of S equal to V, when does L of S equal to V? Every element of V can be written as elements of S, then you can write L of S equal to V. When do you say L of Q equal to V by W? When do you say this one? If every element of V by W can be expressed as elements of Q, you can write L of Q equal to V by W. W plus alpha is taken in V by W. W plus alpha is a vector in V by W that is expressed as linear combination of elements of Q. That means what? L of Q equal to V by W. That is okay. That is to be proved here in this part. So Q satisfies all conditions of basis anamata. Q satisfying all conditions. Therefore, Q is a basis of V by W. Therefore, Q is a basis of V by W. If Q is a basis of V by W, then what is the dimension of V by W? Dimension of V by W is nothing but the number of elements in Q. Q has how many elements? L elements are there. Okay. Therefore, RHS equal to L. RHS equal to L. We have already proved LHS equal to L annamata. I'm sorry. Therefore, LHS equal to L. So in part 1 we have proved RHS equal to L. That means LHS equal to RHS. You write LHS and RHS at once annamata. What is LHS? Dimension of V by W equal to dimension of V minus dimension of W. So this is the end of the theorem. Okay. If you have any doubts, ask me now. Okay.